And then some other random musings. I was going back through my trail notes from my 3-day Appalachian Trail seminar with Warren Doyle. And he actually goes clear through the AT data book. It's the smaller book that you can actually get through the ATC. That's very thorough too. He went through that mile by mile. And of course it was an older book, but it lists out bad weather rest days where you can get water, where you can camp, where you can stealth camp, which was extremely helpful. And then I made pages of notes as we were going through the book, and just some random notes that I've gone back and read through that I made. And I'm just going to skip through these real fast. As he told us, when you get up in the AM, 10 minutes you're hiking. Just for me, like on a morning run. Griffin, hey, come here. It's just a squirrel. Get over here. That's my dog. We've got a gang of squirrels outside, and they like to taunt him. So they must be on their morning rounds because he's going crazy. And then evening, when stopping, same thing. 10 minutes after stopping, you're in your bag and ready for bed. You don't eat where you sleep. That was his #1 rule. You don't eat where you sleep. And if you do sleep where others eat, then you need to bear bag, for sure. I will probably bear bag every time just because I'm a big sissy. But, yeah, I know it's pretty controversial. Griffin, come here. Stop. Sorry. He taught us basically not to camp in shelters or designated campgrounds just for that reason. But again, that's how he leads his smart hikes, is they would go on really long days with his help following them in the van, which I've got, like I said, I've got a handful of people that I know went through his group with him and had a wonderful experience. So hike your own hike. Not gonna knock it, not gonna love it, but anyhow, he says, if I don't succeed in nature, I have no one to blame but me. If I succeed, I can relish in the accomplishment. And that's so true. Griffin, you gotta stop. Sorry. He says, I have to be convinced that 6 months of time can be the best thing I've ever done, and I'm convinced that it is. And I think my sweetheart is too, or he wouldn't be encouraging me to go. Hiking the Appalachian Trail through is a voluntary commitment of a painful experience. True story. Because there were some days that we, on his through hike, his prep hikes, we did some pretty long days. And I thought I was in shape. 17, 20, 23, 24 mile days. I survived, but I'll tell you what, at the end of the day, I had the old hiker hobble going on. But it's all good. And he suggests hike at daylight, start hiking at daylight, hike till sundown. Walking 18 to 20 miles per day is healthy enough. I've got to keep that in my head, that I've got to keep myself slow. I'm out there to see what I'm seeing, not to rush through it, thinking that I'm in the work world, I'm in my day-to-day life where I've got to rush through this. I don't have to rush through this, and that's going to be really hard, slowing myself down. He suggests angel hair pasta because it cooks quickly. Tuna packed in oil, not water. Slow down your pace. You'll see more bears, flowers, sunsets, sunrises, etc. Again, slow down. Don't be in a hurry. And I know even the YouTube throughs that I've watched, a lot of these people, Chica and Sunsets, Early Riser 7-1, Sharon, Mama Goose Smith, gosh, her through hike was 2012, 2013, but she seemed to really enjoy her hikes, as does Early Riser 7-1. He's quite entertaining because I liken myself, he and I might be a lot alike because he talks to himself a lot, and he says, amazing, and I laugh every time he says amazing, because he swears he's not going to say that word anymore, just like I say I'm not going to say but we do. But anyhow, I digress. And another tough one. How often do you need to shower? What do you have to do to feel clean? Well, the haircut is part of what I have to do to feel clean, because it's going to allow me basically to keep my hair and my head and all this up here clean, because it's really easy to care for. So that's going to be different. And then comfort equals $. So basically, the more comfortable you want to be, the more it's going to cost you. And town stops, hotels, showers, laundry, etc. And then separate wants and needs on a table. Break it down until all of it fits in your pack. I've been doing that daily. And I'll tell you what, I should have it down to a fine science by now. Eat cold food first couple of weeks on the trail until you get all other daily chores down pat. That I'm going to try and do. I've got my stove and everything packed in my pack, put away in my pack. I've got it. It's got its own little niche. It's got its own little cranny in my backpack already. I may take it out and have my sweetheart send it to me at Fontana Dam right before the Smokies, and make myself eat cold food, like he says. Eat cold food first. Eat it the first couple of weeks until you get all your other daily chores down, which means walking, putting your tent up, getting your sleep system straightened out. I think it's good advice. Have stove and stuff sent weeks later. I've got written down. Clothing, no cotton. Buy moisture wicking clothes. That's a given. Going downhill is always a solitary process. Going downhill is hard. I think I would rather go uphill than downhill. He suggests starting no earlier than April 15th and then finishing around the 3rd week of September. I'm starting about a month earlier than that because I know here's that ugly word, deadline, but my daughter graduates from the University of Cincinnati August 9th and 10th with her nurse practitioners or master's. I got to be home for that. So in reality, I would like to finish before then. But I don't know if it's going to happen. That's what I'm shooting for, but if I don't, I'll have to come home for her graduation and go back. But that's okay. Hi, Bob. Hi, baby. Oh, sunglasses, like a boy. During heavy rains, be cautious when drinking from streams. Forest is flushing itself. All excrement can flush into the stream. And this is from a man who does not filter his water. I personally saw him stop many times, and he carries a little tin cup on his pack that scoop and drink. And Giardia, he says it's his friend. He's come to terms with it, so, and that's okay. It says during thunderstorms and lightning, put out your air mattress and sit on it. Acts as an insulation between the ground and you. So these are all good things that he taught us. Temperament, level of comfort, and the threshold of pain. If these match the trail, then you should succeed. So again, good solid advice. Good solid advice. And then he breaks down Virginia, because of Virginia